Hey, you guys. Unfortunately, my son David is sick, so I'm at home today, but I still want you guys to get to the notes so that we can keep going. We're going to move our lab to Friday when I'm back, and then we're just going to do some extra practice with chapter 2 today. So, the periodic table reading in the book was your homework, and you were supposed to read through this chapter, look through the notes, and then I want to just go real quick through. So, this first video is going to be real quick. And just give you some things that I thought were most important from the reading to make sure that that was the stuff that you pulled out as well. So you've read about the periodic table. It's systematic. They're in order based on their properties, both chemical and physical. They're also arranged by the atomic number, which happens to be a unique number for each element. The rows on the periodic table are the periods. Remember, rows go across horizontal. The groups are columns. And one of the really important things about the periodic table is that if they're in the same group, they have similar chemical properties. So you may remember talking about this in 9th grade, but all of the group 1 elements react with water. So lithium reacts just a little bit. The reaction increases as you go down, and francium is a huge explosion when exposed to water. And then there are other groups that follow patterns, not necessarily reacting with water, but other types of reactions. The reason this happens is something called periodicity, periodic table. So when there is periodicity, they're going to repeat properties in a predictable pattern, okay? So if F is a reactive nonmetal, it's going to repeat that chlorine should also be a reactive nonmetal. These are some of the notable groups on the periodic table. These are groups that you'll need to memorize. So you memorized this in 9th grade. Hopefully this is all coming back to you. Group 1A is the alkali metals, very, very reactive, 1 electron. Group 2 is the alkaline earth metals, not as reactive, 2 electrons. Those are the metals that you need to memorize. Then we're going to jump to the other side of the periodic table. Group 6A are the chalcogens, kind of a mix. Group 7A is the halogens. These are mainly gases, very reactive. So reactive that usually they're not found alone. They're diatomic. So they're usually bonded to each other. And then group 8, the noble gases. Remember, nobility, they don't want to kind of react with everyone else. They have a full electron shell at 8 and are not reactive. Just a quick overview of the periodic table. Nonmetals are on the right side, so that's the green section on here. There's not very many. And then also hydrogen, which is on the left side of the table. Metalloids are on the stair-step line, so that black line right down the center here, down to tellurium. So it's boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, and tellurium. And then metals are on the left side, by far the greatest group. And then there's different types of metals within there. And then the ones that we're memorizing are the group 1 alkali and the group 2 alkaline earth. Okay, so that is our quick overview of the periodic table.